Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Ensure you like this video. As you watch, I'm just reminding you, don't start watching the video before you like the video. Thank you so much for that like. There is trouble in paradise. As the report is landing to our desk, as we have been told, ODM UDA hold separate meetings with the Nairobi MCAs in Upper Hill and State House respectively, as Raila and Ruto battle to forestall ouster of Governor Johnson SAKAJA and his deputy James Mushiri. As you can even see the video, Raila arriving, of course, in Upper Hill to meet ODM MCAs. We are being told that also William Ruto meeting the UDA MCAs. And the aim of these meetings, of course, is to rescue Johnson SAKAJA. Ladies and gentlemen, when look at this issue of Johnson SAKAJA, it was just about 2 years ago where we saw the UDA MCAs, they were supporting Johnson SAKAJA. ODM MCAs, they were like preparing to impeach Johnson SAKAJA. What SAKAJA did, he rushed to grab the ODM MCAs and again tried to maintain the UDA MCAs. But as we speak, these MCAs who have signed the impeachment motion of Johnson SAKAJA, they are 76, not even 76. We were told those who confirmed and it was verified was 62. Was 62. And of course, the impeachment of Johnson SAKAJA is easily getting hot. And that is why it has given Raila and William Ruto a hard time to convince these MCAs. So what we're waiting, are these allegations by MCAs going to be rendered powerless, as Akina Robert Alai alleged the other time like this? Before you watch, please ensure you like the video. Like the video, you automatically support the work that I'm doing in this channel, because sometimes you watch and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder. As you watch, please consider liking the video. Thank you so much for that like. Let us watch this.
Members of the press, I think what has been happening in Nairobi is that we have ignored the problem in Nairobi, and we have found that the fish has rotten from the head. We have tried to highlight this. He has looked for excuses why he's not doing it. Mara, he is busy. Mara, he cannot receive calls. Mara, he cannot do this. And I think it's only fair that we demand that garbage are all collected, that all the Nairobi infrastructure is taken care of, is rectified, and is clearly, we bring back the blame where it's supposed to be, which is with the governor of Nairobi, Arthur Johnson SAKAJA. I think even if you go to the hospitals, you find a lot of functions are in a mess. If you go to the public health sector, where he's privatizing the functions of the county, he's privatizing the acts like vaccinations, things which are supposed to be performed by the Nairobi County. If you go there, even the people handling food in Nairobi here are now being vaccinated or given certificates by private health providers. I don't think that is fair to Nairobians. If you go to the businesses in Nairobi here, we don't say that the hawkers are not supposed to exist, but the hawkers are supposed to exist. But also the building owners who are collecting rent are supposed to get value for the money which they provide services to their tenants. So it's not fair to Nairobians that Arthur Johnson SAKAJA continue being the governor of Nairobi. We ask that as of now, we demand that Arthur Johnson SAKAJA exit as the governor of Nairobi, and he is taken care of through an impeachment process, which we have launched now, and we are going to ensure it is a members-only driven process. It is not influenced by any private person. It is not influenced by any contractor. It's not influenced by any leadership person in the leadership. the leadership will sign as MCAs. We have the charges ready, more than 20 charges, 20 substantive charges against the governor. We have enough signatures. We passed the threshold. In the 5th minute of collection of signatures, we already had the minimum required 42. We want to ensure that we are not going to take the motion with 42. We are going to take the motion with 100 signatures. Because we believe that this movement of 100 strong is to ensure that 100 elected and nominated MCAs are going to ensure that SAKAJA, it is a whole house initiative. Everybody, it is very rare for us to agree on everything. But for the first time, you find it is very hard to get somebody supporting SAKAJA in the midst of these MCAs. In all that regard, tunasema kwamba ili Nairobi iwak tena, SAKAJA must go. Ili garbage itolewe Nairobi, SAKAJA must go. Ili infrastructure ama barabara zijengwe, SAKAJA must go. Ili maisha ya watu ichunguliwe kupitia kwa zanati zetu, SAKAJA must go. Ili Nairobi iwaki kikamilifu, SAKAJA must go. Asante.
Now, all along, you've seen what has transpired towards different governors' impeachments. It is mostly about corruption. And actually, the grounds that MCA are having against SAKAJA, they are 20. And these 20 grounds, of course, is the one that is giving SAKAJA a lot of problem. Because number one, he believes if these MCAs are going to succeed, he might not find his own way in the Senate. It is just the other time, you saw the impeachment of the senator of Kericho, Eric Mutai, where he survived. But when you look at that impeachment, some individuals ask themselves, what was the reason behind Eric Mutai surviving the impeachment of the MCAs from Kericho? But though the senator was not happy, Aaron Cheriot, because he was like, this man must go. But when you look at the impeachment of SAKAJA, is also transpiring of a lot of corruption. It is corruption, pure corruption. But as we speak, the senators will save Eric Mutai, the governor of Kericho. It might be impossible for the senators to rescue SAKAJA if truly they will find that this grounds forms a solid ground to remove Johnson SAKAJA. And that is why, if you are keen enough, you will see that ODM led by Raila, UDA led by William Ruto, they don't want this impeachment to pass the county government. They want that these MCAs to resolve with the governor that what is wrong. But it cannot be like that. That MCAs cannot be powerful. Because some individuals in the name of party leadership, they don't want to leave the MCAs to render what it is expected of them. So all this might result into a consensus where the MCAs might decide, okay, we are dropping this. And the impeachment of Johnson SAKAJA is coming to an end. Are you getting that? But are they going to cope up with the corruption they are alleging SAKAJA is part of? How are they going to, of course, show a criteria how they are going to eliminate corruption that they are complaining about? How are they going to get this development? They are blaming SAKAJA that he's just derailing what they agreed on. How are they going to get it? In other words, okay, in development, it is easy for SAKAJA to come and formalize and say, okay, I've heard your cries. These developments, we are going to initiate them. But what about corruption? Money has already been taken. What will you tell the people of Nairobi County? That is the question. What will you tell them? Because it is about corruption. It is about corruption. And if it is about corruption, the money has been taken, consumed. Some individuals benefited. Will SAKAJA accept that these monies are going to be brought back? Which I know it will not be possible. Leave alone the development wanalia ati wali agree na SAKAJA jafanya. Hiyo inaweza fanywa. Wanaweza agree na ifanywe. What about corruption? That is the question I'm trying to ask, which I don't have answers. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? You can drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video till you meet in another video.